In its effort to ensure a clean, efficient, affordable, and reliable energy for businesses and households in Nigeria, Telco Europe Nigeria introduced to the Nigerian market Telco Sol off-grid solar power system, a Swiss technology designed to provide electricity for the country without stress. Telco Europe Nigeria is a renewable and clean energy solutions company incorporated in Nigeria under the Companies and Allied Matters Act. The company was established as a vehicle to provide off-grid solar power business solutions to MSMEs in Nigeria, solar home systems to households, and solar electricity generation for a greener and sustainable urban future in Nigeria and Africa. Tuesday, the 8th of May 2018, was the day set aside to officially launch the product, which is aimed at solving the problems caused by lack of power in Nigeria and Africa. The Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, was the chosen venue for the event. The event played host to an appreciable number of dignitaries from the energy sector, bank officials, government officials, media practitioners, among others. Among guests present were Professor Wale Omole, Chairman, Telco Europe Nigeria, Mr. David Collett, the Chairman, Catch Energy, United Kingdom, Mr. Rudolf Fedler, the CEO, Telco Europe Switzerland, Dr. Omar Fischer, the co-founder, Telco Sol Switzerland, Lady Medinibro, publisher Guardian newspaper, the Chairman and CEO, Biscon Communications, Prince Besiel Attila, representatives of the governors of Lagos, Anambra, and Katsina states, officials of Telco Europe, among many others. To kickstart the event, which was anchored by Jonathan Judgewell, was the national anthem by Victoria Gumoti. This was followed by the welcome address by the Chairman, Telco Europe Nigeria, Professor Wale Omole, who welcomed all to the event, which he tagged a poverty alleviation program. Professor Wale Omole said power is a necessity for the development of any country, and Telco is ready to provide it. He further stated that alternative sources of energy are needed to spur economic growth. Professor Wale Omole said power is a critical component of the nation's infrastructure, and with the introduction of Telco Sol off-grid solar power system, it is the beginning of a new era in the country.
But welcome you to what? This event and the substance of this event. You are really highly welcome. Welcome to what? Welcome to poverty alleviation in true perspective. Welcome to what? Welcome to our children not lacking light to serve and to study. Welcome to what? To the micro, small, medium enterprises to flourish. Welcome to what? Welcome to education. Right from primary schools, many of our primary schools don't have electricity. How can we get into computer science and technology? A lot of secondary schools even don't have. Our laboratories have problems there. Welcome to end of all of those poverty. We are classified as a poor continent.
This was followed by goodwill messages delivered by the representatives of the governors of Anambra, Lagos, and Katsina states. Governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State, who was ably represented by his SSE and Power, Energy and Water Resources, Engineer Victor Meju, commended Telco Europe Nigeria for the wonderful initiative and bringing the needed solutions to the country. Governor Willie Obiano said, Telco means independence, and Anambra State is ready to partner with the company.
For Telco, this is really an independent. Thank you very much. As the man in charge of power and energy in the ministry, Anambra State, we have done close to about 19 local government conventional street lights. The moment you hit Onitsha, you'll be gloaming through until you finish the whole network in Anambra State. And that can be testified by somebody gave me a testimony. I said, oh, sir, are you from Anambra? I said, yes. He said, the Onitsha I used to know before now is no longer the Onitsha I know today. That is the handwork of the good governor. That we do using generator. The whole street lights we have in Anambra State is being powered using generator. That is highly cost effective. And then the maintenance cost also. And then the sustainability, very heavy on our side. So I'm glad to hear that I have a solution to that. And that is Tellco. Very quick one. Very quick one. The chairman, sir, I want to plead and beg that Anambra State should be your first point of call.
Governor of Katsina State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, who was represented by Engineer Mohammed Musa, his Special Assistant on Power and Energy, wished Tellco Europe Nigeria the very best and also stated Katsina State's interest and readiness to partner with the company.
That in Katsina State, we are very interested in renewable energy, and I think we have the first 10 megawatt wind farm in Nigeria, and His Excellency has given over 600 hectares of land to companies coming into Katsina to generate solar power. We want to congratulate Tellco Europe, Nigeria, and we want to welcome them to Katsina State. Thank you so very much. You wish them so very well. Thank you.
In the goodwill message of Governor Akinwumi Ambode, which was delivered by Engineer Bade Ajibowale Ajibade, he commended Tellco for coming to electrify Nigeria with clean, efficient, affordable and reliable energy services, which he said are indispensable for Africa's prosperity, as they will go a long way in supporting MSMEs in the country.
Also noteworthy is the organization's landmark initiative with a focus on a climate-safe Nigeria through strategic partnership with the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, and coupled with a new partnership for Africa's development, Nepal, Nigeria. One is thrilled by the conference highlights centered on electrifying Nigeria with Tellco Europe off-grid solar power solutions, with attention focused on providing clean, efficient, affordable, and reliable energy services, which are indispensable for Africa's prosperity, and ending energy poverty in sub-Saharan Africa, which is a green movement.
Others who delivered their goodwill messages were the Rector, Lagos State Polytechnic, Mr. Samuel Oluyinka Shogunro, who was represented by Engineer Michael Ashaolu, and Professor Olukoya Ogen, Rector at Adeyemi College of Education in those states. They both applauded Tellco Europe and said their schools are ready to partner with them so as to provide electricity, which is a necessity for students.
And in our aspect of our institution is to see where we could collaborate in the area of research interest. We look forward to Tellco Europe for a partnership in the area of research interest with the institution.
It's a delight for me to be here, and I particularly decided to attend this event when I heard about Tellco Europe. In my college, I pay over 8 million monthly to BEDC, and we don't have electricity supply. Right now, students are writing their exam. We don't have any electricity on campus, and I felt that if I'm here, we could talk further. I'm ready to give Tellco Europe that 8 million, and you give me. So thank you very much.
This was followed by a documentary on Tellco Europe and its project overview. Later on, the Managing Director and CEO First Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Adeshola Kazim Adedutan, who was represented by Mr. Olusegun Alebiosu, the risk manager of the bank, spoke on the topic, Ending Energy Poverty in Sub-Saharan Africa. He said energy, which is a necessity for daily survival, is needed for the development of any country, and it is worthy of note that most developed countries are relying on solar energy. Mr. Olusegun Alebiosu also said Africa should emulate the developed countries. He suggested that Tellco Europe should go through the government and not associations for distribution, so as to ensure that their services get to those that are in dire need of them. He said they should also endeavor to partner with financial institutions in the country.
What can you do without electricity? That is why it's beyond aspiration. It's a mandate. It's more of human right that we have to deal with as a country. And I salute the courage of people that came together to put this up and the plan. More importantly, I would suggest you have partnerships with banks. I remember BOI used to have solar scheme with factories. I'm sure you will be, if you also discuss with Bank of Agric and all those things, they will be able to support as part of package of their loans when they are giving. So if you are coming to set up factory, it should be part of what they will be able to offer and add it to it and the same pricing and allow you to spread over time. If you're able to do that, it will allow you to have your money back and you will be fine with it. Thank you very much.
Hajia Aisha Abubakar, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, who was represented by Dr. Francis Alaneme, gave a lecture on the topic, MSMEs, Energy Efficiency and National Development. She began by commending Tellco Europe Nigeria for their effort in providing clean energy for MSMEs in the country, adding that the introduction of Tellco Solar will help boost job creation, wealth creation and improvement in the standard of living of Nigerians. Hajia Aisha Abubakar said MSMEs all over the world have played significant roles as drivers of economic growth, development, industrialization, employment creation among others, and that the government will continue to support them. She appreciated Tellco Europe Nigeria for achieving a great milestone and pledged the government's full support to work with them.
Government is fully prepared to work with you, Tellco Europe Nigeria Limited, to boost our economy. Government is fully prepared to ensure that success of this project, to create enabling environment to operate, having policy to have incentives, tariff, concessions, waivers. Policy formulation in this direction definitely will take this as an alternative energy supply and will be accommodated to support the government industrialization drive.
Afterwards, there were presentations by officials of Tellco Europe Switzerland and Catch Energy UK, who enlightened the audience on the benefits and advantages of Tellco Solar and Catch Energy. Dr. Rudolf Fedler, the CEO Tellco Europe Switzerland, spoke on solar systems most suitable for Africa. In his presentation, he began with an overview of Tellco Switzerland, which he said he founded in the year 2008, with branches in about 30 countries of the world. He later enlightened the audience on the benefits of employing the services of Tellco, which, according to him, are cost-effective, safe, efficient, and reliable.
Why we are together? I think that's very important to tell you what is everything what's behind that. And we found 10 very important points, but I don't want to repeat them all to you. But I think important is we end the poverty in Nigeria for electricity. the poor people, the local people, the very far away people get electricity. And the second hand, we create jobs. I think that's very important. And I think number 5 I like a lot. We have a very intensive training where we bring a know-how transfer to Tellco Europe in Nigeria.
Mr. Ben Gilbert, the International Sales Director of Koch Energy, United Kingdom, gave a presentation on financing renewable energy projects for Africa. Mr. Ben Gilbert said Koch Energy specializes in identifying, sourcing, and optimizing innovative emerging technologies to provide high-performance energy storage solutions for commercial and domestic installations. He added that the company has introduced innovative machinery, which he said are being used in farms for the production of food, among other items.
So, with agriculture, water and energy, obviously it really depends on whether you're in a developed or a developing country. It'll determine what sort of issue there is within that region. So if you look at agriculture, for example, in a developed country, the issues are it's not nourished, how long it's actually been on the shelf, etc. If you look in a developing country, just food in general, unfortunately, there's more and more people starving every single day. If you look into water, droughts cause massive problems, but then you can go into some areas where they're having to use a diesel generator to be able to pump water. And then finally, with energy, which is today's biggest topic of conversation, if you go to a remote village, unfortunately, there's some people that are having to use kerosene to be able to create something as simple as light, but then if you go to a developed country, there's more and more people now in the UK getting electric cars, so they're all coming home on an evening, plugging their electric cars in at 6 o'clock, and that's having a detrimental effect on the actual grid itself. So
in a presentation tagged Innovative Financing Options for Off-Grid Solar Programs for Residential SMEs, Clinics and Schools for Africa, delivered by Dr. Umar Fisher, the co-founder, Tellco Switzerland, he emphasized the benefits of partnering with Tellco, plus the positive social, community and economic impact of Tellco. He said they include higher profits to businesses, energy cost savings, energy efficiency, among others. He afterwards enlightened all on the pay-as-you-go technology, which he said is easy to install, affordable, and can be used anywhere and anytime.
This renewable energy is in your hands. It's up to you to make the choices, continue in the old way, with the generators making noise, the fumes, all that you live with day by day, or embrace the future. And we're here and ready, and we'll do our best with our banking partners and the state government partners to have ready financing to make your decision even easier.
The last presentation for the day was by Mr. David Collett, the chairman, Koch Energy, United Kingdom, who spoke on energy storage systems for Africa. Mr. David Collett said, efficient battery storage is the key to realizing the true social, financial and environmental potential of renewable energy generation, as well as solving grid issues that can result from demand and generation incompatibilities. He added that the sun, which is an immense, almost limitless source of clean energy, if not used at the time it is generated, will be wasted. Mr. David Collett said, Africa, which is currently at an economically disadvantaged position compared to the rest of the world, can compete with the world if they are ready and eager to learn about green energy.
Efficient battery storage is the solution to give you consistency. Why do you want consistency? Well, the reality is consistency and continuity becomes reliability. Reliability means that Nigeria can be seen as reliable through industry, through agriculture, through education, by having the consistency of being able to deliver those very important factors, which some of the people from the government here were discussing, is very important.
This was followed by the official unveiling and inauguration of the Tellco solar-led solutions by the chairman, Tellco Europe Nigeria, Professor Wale Omole. He was joined by an array of important dignitaries present. Thereafter was a product familiarization, demonstration and brand projection exercise of Tellco Solar. It was conducted by Kayowa Ogunride, a member of the Tellco sales team.
So this is a 1.2 kilowatt engine. It lasts for 18 to 24 hours at full capacity. It is integrated, so all you need to connect to this is the solar panel and connect it to your house. So this is a typical city room. It's powering the fridge. Can you open the fridge for them to see how cold it is? Wow. It's powering the fridge. Wow. It's powering the fan. It's powering the television. It's powering 5 bulbs and more. It can carry all the things you're using in the house.
How many bedrooms?
3 bedrooms.
Wow.
3 bedrooms.
How many?
Please put your hands together.
Other highlights of the day were the interactive and the raffle draw sessions, which were supervised by Lady Made in Hebrew. The draw saw 2 members of the audience, Dr. Francis Alaneme and Mr. Oladipo Funkoya, winning a trip to Switzerland as Tellco Europe Nigeria ambassadors. To bring the official unveiling and inauguration of Tellco's Soul Off-Grid solar power system to an end was the vote of thanks delivered by Mr. Olawale Akinwumi, the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO Tellco Europe Nigeria.
Let me thank Tellco Europe Switzerland, Cash Energy UK, and the Board of Directors of Tellco Europe Nigeria for allowing us to do this for Nigeria. And secondly, let me thank the hardworking staff of Tellco Europe Nigeria. I know they want to hear that. They've been working. I thank the GM, I thank the sales coordinator, I thank everybody. Thank you for a very good job. So on behalf of the board and management of Tellco Europe Nigeria Limited, I thank everyone for your support, for your presence, and for honoring Nigeria and Africa. Thank you, and God bless you.
From Beacon Communications, it's congratulations to the Tellco Europe Nigeria team for the milestone innovation